In this conversation with Barvik Merchant, we uncover how Microsoft Fabric is reshaping the modern data landscape, eliminating complexity, and bringing every analytics capability into one unified experience. This is Velrada Does AI. Microsoft Fabric is the fastest growing data analytics platform Microsoft has ever released. Why do you think this is the case?
I was actually working at Microsoft in the Power BI product team when the first seedlings of this new platform were first sown, and they did the pitch to the senior business leaders and all. So the idea was that we have data fragmentation and tool fragmentation in the data world. And Microsoft wanted to solve this problem by creating a single platform that would be software as a service. So prior to that, there was some software as a service, like on the Power BI side, and some of the data components, but a lot of it was platform as a service, which requires, configuration, stitching things together, and then building the apps on top. So Microsoft wanted a single experience that would meet all different personas where they are, and that's what they did with Fabric. So software as a service, one lake is the key that brings everything together. So a single integrated data lake that also supports open formats like Iceberg, for example, which means you can even transfer from another cloud into the Microsoft cloud, or vice versa if you use those formats and not be locked in. And I think lastly, it's something we're seeing more recently, which is the deep integration with AI. So you would have seen co-pilots in various pieces of Fabric technology, whether it's in the Fabric workspace itself or on the Power BI side, just speeding up work. And for someone who isn't as hands-on with the tools anymore and who's experimented with those, was still able to build some stuff quite quickly. So just a great experience for me.
If you were to put on a few different hats, from senior business leaders to technical teams, what is the Fabric value proposition for them?
Let's start with the senior business leaders. So, we're talking about C-level people or director-level people, more concerned about running the business effectively than the technology itself. So for them, really, it's about agility and confidence. I want to be confident that I have, control over things, that my team can move quickly and effectively, and that I can trust what is being built. And another good thing is the cost consolidation, because costs are greatly simplified by simply just buying a Fabric capacity of a different size and having everything bundled in there. You can control all that in one place and see it in one place and not have to, add up 5 different bills to figure out what's going on. So that's for the senior business leaders. If we take another step down and go to data and analytics leaders, for example, for them, it's really not having to juggle different tools and technologies. So pipelines over here and storage over there across different vendors, different cost models. And what's great for technical folks is the security that persists across the whole stack. So whether you're looking at the Power BI visual layer or going down through the Fabric capacities or even down to the lake, you have that Entra ID, securing everything all the way across, which you'd expect from the Microsoft ecosystem. Yeah. So that's really great for their teams. Now, for the teams themselves, I think the main benefit is productivity. As I mentioned, having everything under one software as a service platform means less stitching things together, more building, but it meets different personas where they are. So if you're a data engineer, you can use your Spark, or you can use familiar SQL scripts to do your data engineering pipelines. If you're a BI developer, you still have that Power BI experience, as it has always been. It's just part of Fabric now. And lastly, data scientists can operate natively in their notebooks in the Fabric workspace. And the wonderful thing here, it's all on the same data sitting in that one lake. You are not copying something, a subset over here for a data scientist to use, which they then need to copy back. With your medallion architecture and your one lake, it's all in one place, and all the personas are just working on it together, which is a huge time saver.
How does your team approach Fabric implementations, and how do you differentiate?
For me, it's starting with strategic alignment, right? Technology projects are fun for technical people, but they need to deliver real business value. Absolutely. So we look at, what are the outcomes that Fabric needs to actually achieve, and when does it need to achieve them? Any journey has some phases. So we want to structure the project and the features within Fabric to align with those business outcomes, whether it's answering questions around profitability or reducing risk through injury. We shape the project to match those priorities. Then secondly, it's the focus on adoption and on scalability. So we deliver projects, even if we may be doing a proof of value, we will use as many of the production grade practices as possible around security and around design and around governance, including performance. So that's built in from the start. And I think the piece I'm most excited about is something we call Fabric Rapido. It means, fabric fast in Spanish, because we have a Spanish-speaking team member who's helped work on it. And really, it's an accelerator, which we can go and implement within a few days, which takes all those best practices, including, many pages of documentation and Azure DevOps board to guide all the development. And it's basically a metadata-driven framework that allows you to use configuration to build pipelines and not basically do it all by hand. So it comes with observability and auditing, so you can see how long things are running for and what's been moved across between the layers, and really speeds everything up. So something that would typically take weeks to build by hand. So we want our clients to, get off the ground and up and running with the technology as quickly as possible. The opportunities to stitch things together a bit better from a Microsoft platform perspective.
Barvik's insights highlight how Microsoft Fabric aligns with Velrada's mission to help organizations move beyond data chaos and toward connected, intelligent ecosystems. When your data works together, innovation accelerates. Ready to transform with Microsoft Fabric? Partner with Velrada and let's build what's next together.